Oh, hello. Mary? This is Mr. Ross. Would you tell Mr. Paisley that I won't be in today? I'm ill. No, I don't know what it is. Yes, thank you, I will. Look, would you give my apologies to Miss Lester and tell her that I'll call her tomorrow? Thank you, Mary.
Miss Lester? It's the woman, huh?
Well, is it important?
Yeah, it may be important, mister. It may be real important. You want to know why?
Not particularly.
Those two people I killed. One of them was my wife. The other was the guy she was playing around with. He broke us up. Her fault, too, but it wouldn't happen except for him. So I took this gun and I killed him. If they catch me, you know, they'll ask me if I'm sorry for what I done. For her, yeah, I wish I hadn't killed her. But him, I figured he had it coming to him. Because that's the kind that deserves killing. You see how it can be important, mister? Because you're the same kind. And I don't like you anyway. You know a lot of fancy words, Jordan. Whenever you say them, they come out dirty.
Well, I apologized.
Make me like you any better? I'll get back in here. Get back in here!
Are we just gonna sit here all day?
Maybe. Well, maybe we won't have to wait till it's dark. If I took one of you with me, I might get through them roadblocks.
He was so anxious to get out. Take him.
Well, I might do that. But I'd have to shoot you so that you wouldn't call the cops.
No, I wouldn't. I don't care what happens to him.
That's just the problem. You don't care what happens to him, and he doesn't care about you. You'd call the cops so that he gets shot, and he'd do the same thing.
Well, thanks for volunteering for me. I'll go with you.
No. I mean, well, look at it this way. You said there'd be roadblocks. If you had a woman in the car, they'd be sure to let you through.
Maybe.
They might think I was your wife. Not even stop us. That's much better, isn't it?
Give me a drink.
Well, sure.
So now look here. Before my wife, my loving wife, sells you a bill of goods, you ought to consider something.
What's that?
Well, there won't be just one roadblock. There'll be a whole lot of them. And you'll have to drive night and day to get out of reach. Well, you won't be able to do that. You're almost out on your feet right now. Somebody else is gonna have to drive part of the way.
I figured on that.
Yeah. Well, my wife doesn't drive a car.
Is that right, Mrs. Ross?
Don't listen to him. He's just trying to confuse you. The police would stop a car with two men in it, but they wouldn't risk killing a woman.
Well, now, why don't you turn on the tears? That worked with me for years.
He never even knew why I was crying.
You didn't need a reason. You could turn it on like a lawn sprinkler.
Is that the best you can do? This is the moment for a brilliant epigram. It's hardly up to the Ross standard, is it? He must be a very frightened little man.
Well, you're not any Joan of Arc yourself.
Both of you shut up. Makes me sick to my stomach just to listen to you. Get away, you're no better than he is. Ain't gonna bother me none which one of you I have to kill. It makes it easier for me. I'm glad.
But that's not the point. You've got to think of which is best for you. They won't shoot at a woman.
The moment you go to sleep, you're finished. I'll relieve you.
I'll take a chance on staying awake. Where's your coat?
In the whole closet, I'll get it.
Hey, your is Lacey, isn't it? Yeah, I read about you in last night's paper. Those killings, they were unpremeditated, weren't they?
They're both dead. Not enough difference to do me any good.
Yeah, well, that's not what I meant. I mean, you didn't have time to make any plans, did you?
I'm making them now. I'm gonna shoot you.
Yes, well, you brought plenty of money along, didn't you? Oh, yeah, it's still necessary, even for a man in your predicament. I mean, for instance, my gas tank is almost empty, and you'll need to eat occasionally. You've thought of all that, of course.
No, I haven't got any money.
Yes, well, I don't have enough to get to the main highway, but there are several places where I can cash checks.
Let's go. I've got the car keys.
How much?
Well, whatever you need. $500. Oh, incidentally, it's not a joint account.
Make out a check right now.
No. Now, why should I? What have I got to lose by refusing? The only way you're going to get that money is by taking me instead of her.
If you need money,
He does, and you haven't got enough. I can outbid you.
How much you got, Miss Ross?
I don't know.
She hasn't got over $10 at the most.
Well, that's not enough, Mrs. Ross. He can write a check for $500.
Box. He doesn't have to write a check. He keeps that much cash in a box upstairs in his bedroom.
Let's go upstairs, mister.
Oh, no. You see, the box is empty. I took all the money out yesterday.
Show me. You get up those stairs. If there's no money in that box, you're staying behind. Now follow me.
There's less than $50 in that box.
She says there's more.
No, she just said that to get you up here. She's out the back door by now.
I'm right here.
Come back here. Now, come on up here. Come on. Hey, Ross, come on out of there. Now blast that lock off the door.
You better not do that. Neighbors will hear the shots and call the police.
Is there a phone in that room?
No.
Okay, come on, we're getting out of here.
Oh, wait. We can't. The minute we go, he'll phone the police. We wouldn't even reach the highway.
They won't shoot at us, not with a woman in the car.
Well, he might tell them I'm running away with you or something. You know he wants to get rid of me.
You got a key to that door?
No, there's a slide boat. You'll have to break it down.
You're to blame for this. There's no money in there. You tricked me. You thought I wouldn't kill you because you're a woman, didn't you?
No, I wouldn't. I didn't care what happens to him. He didn't care what happens to me.
It's a lie. You tricked me, Ross. Come on out of there.
You've got the car. You better take it and run.
I got your wife, too.
Yeah, so you have.
You're not fooling me, Ross. You want your wife. You had me believing you didn't care for a while, but she tricked me so you could get away. She knew there wasn't any money in there.
How very clever of you, my dear. Now let's see you get yourself away.
I wasn't trying to help him. There is money in there. Jordan, tell him.
I'll give you 1 minute, Ross. To come out of there, or I'll kill your wife. I've got a gun in her head. You hear me, Ross? I'm going to take her downstairs and turn the radio on loud.
Jordan.
If you listen real hard, you can hear the shot.
Oh, Jordan! Help me, Jordan!
Lacey! I think you better call for help.